Hello and welcome to another episode of Unboxing with Paul. And today, I'm very excited to bring you Motorola's Moto G Stylus, second generation. Has it really been a whole year since Motorola released their first 5G budget smartphone? Let's take a look at it. Released in late April of this year, this phone retails for $445. So this is no longer a cheap or a budget device. So I hope Motorola definitely set that up and that they don't just say that they're a victim of inflation like every other company has been saying. We're gonna go ahead and put the phone aside for right now. We get a very nice and actually useful quick start guide telling you how to work your stylus and also telling you how to insert your SIM card and your SD card, which are very nice attention to details, as the majority of these quick start guides are nothing but one-page sheet that tells you to turn it on, and that's about it. In there, we also get, of course, terms and conditions, and something that I've come to appreciate from Motorola. They're very, very nice SIM ejector tools that are not that cheap twisted wire kind that we've been getting from the likes of Apple and Samsung. So thank you, Motorola, for a nice SIM ejector tool. We also got a Type A to Type C USB cable, and we also got Motorola's 10-watt wall adapter, of course. Now the phone is a beautiful large slab of plastic coming at 6.8 inches, and we have a massive 1080 by 2460 120 hertz IPS LCD display that is going to give you much higher frame rates to be able to enjoy your games a lot more. And typically most phones have 60-90 hertz, and this one goes all the way up to 120, so it's something that's very nice to have. And once we get inside the phone, we can see that it's very nicely laid out. It's Android 11, and it's nothing that you haven't seen before, just the icons look a little bit rounder, and there's a little bit more of that Motorola bloatware in here, even though I used to laud them for that. Now they're starting to include a few of their things like their notifications, their notes, their recorder, their Moto app. So some of those I wish it didn't have. I wish they were built into the phone rather than taking up a slot on my app list. This version in particular does have 128 gigabytes of storage paired to 3 gigabytes of RAM, as well as having a Snapdragon 695 5G. We also have dual band Wi-Fi AC, we have Bluetooth 5.1, we have NFC, and we also have a huge 5,000 milliamp hour battery that's going to help with this longevity, since number one, our phone is so large, and number two, our processor is so flippin' power hungry. And again, just to look at those 120 gigs that we do have as storage. And now since we're looking at the front, our selfie camera is a very nice 16 megapixel sensor, so those selfies should come out pretty flippin' crisp. If we go over to the left side of the phone, we're going to be able to see our SIM/SD card tray. If we go over to the top, we're going to be able to see our Pano microphone, as well as that very nicely integrated earpiece. If we go over to the right, we're going to be able to see the volume up and volume down sliders, as well as the power button all on the same side. And you can also appreciate me being driven up the wall, because you don't know how many times I'm just trying to turn it up, I'm trying to turn it down, and I wind up ending my phone call, ending my game, messing up my day just because of power button and the volume sliders all on the same side. Granted, this power button does have a fingerprint scanner built in, but I just wish they weren't on the same side. And at the very bottom of the phone, we do have an array of stuff going on. We have our headphone jack, We have a Type-C port, we have a pinhole microphone, we have speaker grills, and we also have the piece de resistance, the very important stylus. If we look over on the back, we're going to see we have a 50 megapixel wide angle lens as well as an 8 megapixel ultra wide, followed by a 2 megapixel depth lens. So that is a selfie in portrait mode on the Moto G Stylus 2nd generation. And then this is what video looks and sounds like on the selfie camera of the Moto G Stylus 2nd generation. My God, this is one crisp selfie camera. I can just already tell this is a very, very nice camera. That's leaps and bounds above the other smartphone cameras that we've seen. And it just looks really good. I can't stop looking at myself. It looks really crispy. And then if that was the selfie camera, I can't imagine just how much better the main lens is going to be. So then this is what video looks and sounds like on the main camera of the Moto G Stylus 2nd generation. And I am just so excited to see what these actually look like, as they look so flipping good on the viewfinder. I just can't wait. So now that we have Geekbench, we can go ahead and test out our benchmarks on this device. And we can, in fact, confirm we do have 6 of our cores for efficiency running at 1.8 gigahertz, and 2 of our cores clocking at 2.21 gigahertz for those heavier, more power intensive tasks. And I will be right back with you guys as soon as this is over. Okay guys, and we are back. As you can see, we got a 667 for the single core as well as a 1908 for the multi-core. And those numbers are actually pretty flipping good. As you're about to see, a Galaxy S21 Ultra comes in at 924 for the single core. We have a 667. We're more than 2/3 of the way there of the performance. So 2/3 of the performance or about half the price, I'll take it. And again, for that $445 price tag, it better have increased performance. Same thing with the multi-core. We have a 1908, and something Galaxy S21 Ultra has a 3085. So again, we're about 2/3 of the way there with half the price. I'll definitely take that. Go ahead and let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts on this phone? Would you pick up something like this? I do realize the price tag is a little bit high, but it's justifying it. It has some pretty crisp pictures, as you guys are able to see. The Geekbench test didn't take long at all. We got some extraordinarily great numbers, and it's a Motorola device. And as always, thanks for watching.